Am I the asshole for calling my girlfriend a misandrist / man-hater? I am a 27-year-old man. I have been with my girlfriend, who's 24, for a few years now.
Okay.
Once again, we need some math here. I've noticed some concerning behavior of hers, such as she hates being hit on or flirted with. She immediately declines with a very monotone voice. I noticed this mostly before we started dating, as we didn't have the same friend group but had mutual friends. She avoids men in any scenario. I invited her on a cabin trip with my family. However, it ended up being only the men that would be going, as other wives, girlfriends, daughters could not get time away from their duties. She was excited before, but as soon as I mentioned it would be only guys, she immediately changed her mind and called the airline to refund her ticket. If all of my friends come over for a boys' night, she doesn't offer to make snacks for us or anything and just leaves before they get here and won't come home until they're gone. She isn't really rude about it, I guess, but in 3+ years of dating, she has never...
No snacks! No snacks!
No snacks
No
for my
snacks!
boys!
No snacks for the boys!
I love it's like she didn't make us snacks, and we cannot make them. Guys, she didn't
They don't know how a microwave works.
make the bagel bites. What are we gonna do? They've never worked a microwave in their life. She isn't really rude about it, I guess, but in 3+ years of dating, she has never spent more than 5 to 10 minutes around them and never tries to have a conversation besides basic politeness and acknowledging their presence. When I asked, she just looked at me and said, "Do you want me to be super friendly with your friends, half of who have asked me out before?" Which made me think more, but I feel this is still weird. She requests women for everything and goes out of her way to use female doctors, female plumbers, female mechanics. If it's through renter's insurance, for example, she doesn't make a special request, but if it's an elective service, she immediately tries to find a female service provider. I don't think she's physically attracted to men. Our sex life is fine, and she is very affectionate with me. If I ask her if a celebrity is hot or whatever, she just says she doesn't see them like that, or that in her brain, all other men are Ken dolls with no sexual organs. She refuses to have male friends, and if she has a male acquaintance, she ignores them if they ever make a romantic move on her. From what I know, typically women keep guys like that around, so why she doesn't is beyond me. For example, she had a close male friend for a very long time. However, a few months into us being together, he made a romantic move towards her. For some reason, she was offended and even hurt and was depressed for a while, as he was her only friend left from her childhood. We had a pregnancy scare last month, and she didn't really update or inform me on things. If I hadn't walked in on her crying and holding it, I don't think she would have ever told me. It ended up being false. I called her a misandrist while asking for an explanation for her behavior, and she called me an asshole. I explained why I had my beliefs, and she just kicked me out of her office and said she doesn't have time for this. Am I the asshole? There's an edit here. Regarding previous male trauma she could have, I asked her about it, and she did mention an event that happened to her in college. A female friend asked her to pick them up from a party as they were drunk, but when girlfriend got there, a group of guys locked her in a bedroom with them. Nothing happened, and she kicked out a window to leave. But she said she was much meaner to men before that. That incident calmed her down and made her realize being that direct can be dangerous. Those guys had all been guys she may have rejected harshly, but she said she didn't recognize their faces. This guy, boy,
He's
Let's unpack this.
yeah.
I think I'm surprised. His behavior is a little confusing to me because this is a toxic guy, but I'm surprised that his toxicity isn't leading to like jealousy and stuff. Like so many men are like pulling romantic moves on her, and he's mad that she's like
She's not flirting back.
doesn't like it.
it's just
Yeah.
like I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, I'm confused here, man. What do you want?
It's like he wants to be with. I think he look. I don't know this man, Chester. I don't know Chester.
Chester.
I think he wants to be with someone. He likes the idea of like her getting hit on, right? And I think he wants to have more of that, and he's upset that she's not playing into this fantasy. Because I have met, I don't know, maybe they're out there, guys that like when their partners are being hit on. That's like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like flattering to them. So he sounds like the opposite of insecure. He sounds very secure, and he wants, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, interesting. That's like the only explanation I can think of.
Yeah, it's weird.
Because it's very weird that he's like upset about it. That
Yeah.
like she had a close friend who then like was like, oh, I'm romantically interested in you. And then like he's upset that she didn't remain friends with him.
and that
like,
she didn't like that.
Yeah, it's like, what do you want?
Why aren't you
man?
flattered? He wants to you.
Yeah, I don't
Say
get it,
thank
babe.
you.
You don't want to hang out with all my friends that have told you they want to you, and you didn't make them snacks?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, you gotta kick out a window to get out of a room full of men. What's your deal? You don't want to go to a cabin in the woods with a bunch of men?
Yeah. Come on.
I don't understand you, girl.
I'm sorry. I'm not finding the connection here.
Okay, you only want to see a female OBGYN. You only want to see a female mechanic. I don't get it. What? You only want to see a female plumber? You mean you only want a woman to come to your house and fix your pipes? You don't want a man to come
a man
in your
just
house?
walk into your building like that?
What?
God.
I'm confused.
Okay, I have a question. Is it really, is it really this common for men to like in 2022, like
Yeah.
for men to expect women to cook for them, like that they're incapable of making anything for themselves?
Y'all, this sounds like weaponized incompetence.
Wow, Jackie.
Jackie.
I've never heard that before.
No, okay, but like you heard of it, right? It's like when men are asked to do something like, I don't know, like clean the bathroom, but then like they do it bad on purpose so that then someone else has to do it for them. And it's kind of like, oh, like, yo, you're my girlfriend, but like you're basically my mom. Like, you know, you heard about that, right? It's kind of like this.
I've never heard the term put onto it, but I've definitely like it's obviously such a known like trope and like obviously
Yeah.
reality of like so many men cannot but also will not cook for themselves.
Right.
Will not go like get groceries, will not like do a lot of stuff, and then they put that burden on their girlfriend.
Yeah.
And it feels like so what you're saying, it's a way of like control.
It's that energy of like you should be taking care of your children. We shouldn't be congratulating dads for taking care of their children.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I think there's
Right.
often a trend of that.
Well, and it's like I've certainly heard like it's just like oh wow, he cooks, like that's crazy, where it's like it's
Yeah.
like that's just a normal thing.
I know,
like-
and I mean I feel like that's ingrained in me. Whenever I see a guy online that's like, I'm a chef, I say, he's a what?
right.
He's a chef. I'm being honest. I'm trying to break it. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but like I feel like a lot of times, a lot of men are like babied by their moms, right? Or like their
think
moms
that's
want
true.
to like
I think that's
overly
true.
mother them and take care of
For
them.
sure.
And I think sometimes that does like I've dated guys who are unable to do basic tasks because either they've never had to do it themselves. Like the fact that like some men can't do laundry, or they don't know how to change their sheets, nor buy sheets, or have a second set of sheets to.
Or back in my college days, my roommates did not know how to clean a toilet.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
How have you survived
Like
this?
I've seen you do it, Shane.
Do what?
You're like, I can't do it.
Wow, Shane. Let's unpack your behavior.
I'm saying-
You're gonna throw that out right now?
Here.
We're at the end of the video and you're just gonna
Part 2, if you want to hear about some other Reddit stories. If you want Reddit stories number 3, we can talk about Shane's weaponized incompetence in this space. Let us know. We have all these videos all the time. Thank you for stopping by to Smosh.